I've been so focused, I've been so locked on you. Ever since you walked in, baby, you light up the room. Scared to approach you, but I think it's what I wanna do.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are right now. Thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Jasmine Mariah, and I am going to be doing a review and a demo with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So there seems to be a whole lot of controversy on the Prism palette and the Subculture palette. A lot of people are saying that the Prism is a remake for the Subculture, like a better remake for the Subculture, and that the Subculture was just so bad. I have the Subculture palette. I actually really liked it, and it blended out really nicely for me. But this is why I got the Prism palette, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it, because clearly there's just too much going on about this palette, and some of us need some guidance with this. Yeah. So to start off, I'm going to show you guys the packaging. Sorry I spilled a little bit of translucent powder on it, so it looks a little raggedy, but you know, when you get a new palette, you just gotta open it and look at it, so that's what happened. Anyways, the Prism palette comes in a velvet casing like the other palettes, the Subculture and the Modern Renaissance, which I have all three. I really like this packaging because I love the color gold, and black and gold just go really nice together, so I think this one is my favorite look, as in packaging wise. The colors of the palette seem very versatile. I mean, I've purchased the palette and I used it once, so the look that I did, like, it came out amazing. But I'm going to show you guys the colors. As you can see, like, a lot of the duochrome colors, they're really shiny, really nice, pigmented. They have like a wet feel. And the matte colors, there's a few different options. I mean, I feel like it's a versatile palette. I mean, when a lot of people look at the colors, they're like, no. So I think it all just depends on your artistry and what you like. Excuse my voice, I'm like, I woke up feeling sick today. You just gotta dive in and use them in any way you want. Makeup is an artistry, and if you like the look that you're going for, rock with it, because nobody can tell you about you, okay? So I'm gonna start, and let's see what look we can create today. First, I'm going to take my Crown C44 Pro Blending Crease Brush. I love Crown brushes. Their brushes are so good. They're nice and soft and and they're affordable. They're not like super expensive. Granted, I have a pro card there, but even if I didn't, like, I would be able to afford these brushes. So, Crown brush. I'll put the details down below. The first color I'm going to use is Lure. It's like a mauvey gray color. I really think this color is like super like beautiful when I put it on. So, we're going to dive into that one first. Okay, so what you want to do is dip your brush into these palettes very lightly. They're super creamy, so you don't want to just be in there like swirling your brush around, digging out the product. Like, no, don't do that. You're going to ruin the palette. You're going to ruin your brush. You're going to have powder everywhere. And who wants to clean that up? I know I don't. I know you don't, so don't do it. So what you do is dip it lightly, like literally tap the brush into the product. You see how much product is on the brush? Don't swirl. You're going to tap the little bit of product that's left in the brush back into the pan, lightly. Don't bang on the palette. Love your makeup products, like, don't mistreat them. So what I'm going to do is take the Crown brush, C441 blending brush, and I'm going to go into my crease with the color Lure. You want to use windshield wiper motions to get a nice even blend. And you want to use, you want to blend lightly to give it like a soft blend. I know a lot of people like go ham with the color at first. I'm a very soft-handed person because I don't want to add too much product and then I can't wipe it away. So I start off really lightly. As you can see, I have a little bit of dimension towards my crease. Like, you can tell the difference between the two. This one did darken up a little bit. It looks better in person. Like, I'm using natural light right now, so I'm kind of washed out. It looks really nice in person. It blended out really lovely, and I have no issues with the palette so far. Next, I'm going to use my Sigma small taper blending brush, which is the E45. I love Sigma too. Their brushes are just like Crown brushes. They're like nice and soft, and they blend so nicely. Again, they're affordable. But if you can get a pro card, get a pro card, because it really cuts down the price. Like, for good brushes, you have to pay the money, but it's worth it because you're going to use your brushes forever. So next, I'm going to dip into the color Obsidian, sorry, I can't read upside down, which is literally a matte black. And I'm going to put that in my corner to smoke out my eye. And also I'm going to drag it a little bit into my crease because I'm going to cut my crease later. So what I want to do is pack it in the corner. And once I feel like I packed enough of the color that I want in the corner, I'm going to blend it out. I packed a lot in the corner because once you start rubbing, it does soften out in the corner. So I like that intense black. Some people might not. I'm really dramatic when I go all out with my makeup, but you'll see. It's going to come out bomb. Again, you want to use the windshield wiper motions back and forth to blend out the black color. Now when you're first doing these two colors, they're not going to match up correctly. I am going to go back into my crease with a different color, but I like to lay down the black first so I can know where to put the next color in my crease and to get the perfect position on where I'm going to cut my crease. It might seem like everything I'm saying is a little bit mad, but there's always an organization to my madness. Always. Somebody wants to be my friend. Check it later. Again, I'm packing more black to the outer corner because I want this look to be really dramatic. When fall time comes, I'm like super dramatic with my looks because that's when you can use all the dark baby colors. Okay, so now that I laid my foundation for my black and where I'm going to cut my crease, blended it out, I'm now going to go into the palette and use the brown color Parallel to soften out the Lure and the Obsidian colors, like balance them out. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked 3 brush from that palette because I just love this brush. It's nice and soft and it evenly adds the brown into the crease. Okay, so far I'm not having any trouble blending out the brown and the black together. My eyelids like crease in certain positions of my eye, so in a way it can end up looking a little bit patchy sometimes, but after I blend it a little bit more, it usually comes out perfect. I am now going to go back in and blend out the crease again, well, the top part of the crease with the color Loreal, that really nice mauvey gray color, so everything blends nicely with the dark brown and the black. That's what it looks like so far. It might look a little bit patchy to you because my like eyelids wrinkle, but trust me, in person it looks really, really nice. I wouldn't lie to you. Plus I paid for this stuff with my own money, my own hard-earned coins. So yeah, if I don't like something, I'm not gonna lie and I will take it back. I am now going to use my MAC Cosmetics Prolonger Concealer in the color NC42. And I am going to take this concealer brush that I got out of an Ipsy bag. I honestly don't know the name of the brush because it's worn off. I use it so much that you can't see the names. So I'm going to dip my brush into the concealer and I'm going to define my line in the crease. I usually pat the product down to know where I want to stop with my cut crease, and as you can see it's smudged, so you really need to know. Now that I cut my crease with the concealer, I'm going to go back in with a flat Eco Tools brush. Well, it's not really flat, it's angled, but a flat angled Eco Tools brush. I'm going to dip it in the Obsidian. I don't know why I keep calling it Obsidian. Can we just rename it? Like, we're just gonna rename it Obsidian because that's what it's called. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. So I'm dipping it in there and I'm defining the line where I cut my crease a little bit more. So I'm following the top part of the concealer where I cut my crease to add a little bit more depth and dimension to that. I don't know if there's anybody out there that's like me, but you can see better out of one eye than the other. So when you're doing certain things, it's like you can't see, but it still comes out good. Yeah, how in the world? I don't know. And you can't wear glasses when you're putting on makeup, and contacts make it kind of hard too, so you just roll with it. Now that I defined where I wanted to cut my crease, I'm going to go back in with the Sigma tapered blending brush and add a little bit more to the outer corner. Because as I said, when I blended it, I softened the black a little bit, and I like my black like super intense and pigmented. Because if I'm going to use black, why not? And now I'm going to go back in with a parallel, that is the dark brown color, and blend out the harsh lines of the black. Back in with the Loreal. You see that? So far so good. I will say that when you put the Loreal and the parallel on, they kind of like really mesh together. Like they become one color. It doesn't look bad, but I like my colors to be their own color, and you see the blend within the different colors. So maybe next time I'll use my other crown brush that has no label on it, but it's a dual fiber one, and I'll go in between a little bit with a little bit less product, if that makes sense. Maybe it will stand out more, but on camera it doesn't look bad. In person it doesn't look bad. I'm just super picky. So now I'm going to use the other end of the Urban Decay Naked 3 brush, and I'm going to go into the color Pyramid. As you can see, I already dipped into this color quite a bit. I really like it. Like these duochrome shadows, like they're like a wet feel to them, like a creamy feel, but the pigmentation and the glitter in them, guys. Anastasia knew what she was doing when she made this. Okay, so I'm gonna lightly dip it into Pyramid, and I'm going to pack it on my lid in the area where I have the concealer for the cut crease. Now when you're blending the two colors, like the duochrome and the matte black color, Obsidian, I don't even know, look, it's going to just be called Obsidian. Of course they don't blend together, but we're going to make that happen. So what you're going to do, again, is take your brush that you dipped in the black, and you're going to brush a little bit of the black back into the gold. Don't go too far up, because then you're just going to completely put too much black on your eye into the look. You're now going to take the other end of the brush that you used in the dark brown color, the parallel, and you're going to blend it out in between. Because this was your transition color in your crease,
And if you're too smart to love me down, if she was too cold to leave you fine, can you forget I look into my eyes? Just for one night, just for one night. Here now, close as I've been, I feel you breathing on me. Don't wanna give it up, pour another drink so we lost in the music, lost in the bass of the beat. Beat, yeah, yeah. I really can't help.
My brother just walked into my room, seen me filming for YouTube, and goes, if you want to get subscribers, you need to put me in it. Who raised this child? Like, no. Get out.